Hello, friends. Thanks for tuning into this week's Brain Food. The simple answer that I'm going to try to do, this is my fourth, maybe fifth time recording this, trying to get this out, is should I be spending more time on LinkedIn? Is it really worth it to spend time and energy and focus on LinkedIn? And I've done a lot of videos in the past about this, and of course you know that my answer is yes, it is absolutely worth your time. So I'm trying to reach the people that think that right now and quickly. That's why I've had to keep re-recording this. There's so much content, so many ideas and reasons and ways that you can use LinkedIn to help yourself professionally, grow your business, influence people in a positive way, all this stuff. There's so many ways you can use LinkedIn because really when you boil it down, and I've said this before, LinkedIn is a big bucket full of people. Some of them good, some of them maybe not so good. But the people that you decide to connect to on LinkedIn is the cloud of relationships that you've built through hard work, sweat, toil, pain, tears over the past 10, 15, 20 years or more. And when you do it right, you are basically pulling that cloud of relationships along with you, and it will absolutely supercharge your efforts to sell something, to deliver services to people, to let people know what's going on, to refer business to them. There are so many ways that you can use this. There's stories I've told, like doing a blog post for Hope House, and all of a sudden, 75 cases of 50 roll toilet paper cases show up at my front door, and Fry Wagner has to donate a truck to help me get it to Hope House with one blog post. Those kinds of stories happen all the time. I just had lunch with a guy that I haven't seen in 20 years that told me, I feel like we haven't lost touch because I see your content updates on LinkedIn all the time and I know exactly what you're doing and what you've been involved with. So there's just a million ways that LinkedIn has been so important for me. If you're all about numbers and about sales efforts, what I would tell you is 90% of the business that I've earned over the past 15 years has been word of mouth referrals. And that has been accelerated. There is no question that that has been accelerated because of the efforts that I put out every single week, pretty much every single week, putting content on LinkedIn and doing status updates. And here's the beautiful thing. Most of the time when people are saying that, it's just they don't know how to use LinkedIn as well as they should. There are just a couple of basic things that you need to be doing beyond connecting to people on LinkedIn to stay top of mind with more people. Here it is 2023, and I still have plenty of people that are knocking on the door asking for LinkedIn training because they understand that their organization might be a little behind the times on how they're using LinkedIn. And if that's you, there are plenty of YouTube videos, including some of mine, that can help you hit the ground running right now without writing a check for training. Just, you have to focus up. You have to get into the tool more often. Sometimes people just need a shot in the arm of, hey, have you been on LinkedIn in the last week? Because if not, you need to probably get into the habit of being on LinkedIn a couple times a week and just looking at what's going on. Again, if you look at my playlist on YouTube for LinkedIn, you'll see tons of videos that show you different things that you can be doing on LinkedIn to be more effective. And if you're like, oh, I just don't have the time, spend 15 minutes twice a week. It's like 20 to 30 minutes. And if you don't have that amount of time in your professional career to invest in yourself and your relationships, there's a bigger problem, right? You've got to hire some help. You have to juggle some priorities. There is nothing more important. I'm looking everybody in the eye right now. There's nothing more important than you and the relationship that we have and how we've grown and succeeded together in Kansas City for the past 15, 20 years. I have so many people that I owe so much thanks to that have believed in me and supported me and encouraged me. And I've done my very best to do the same for them. And I know many of the people watching this video work the same way. So I don't know. I mean, I could give you so many examples, like I've said, of why LinkedIn can be the most important thing in your business, like working it into your sales management group. So if you have a sales manager and a team of salespeople, weaving LinkedIn to the weekly meeting that they have for prospecting should be just built into your DNA. That's how you should be doing it. There's tons of stories like that of how it can grow a business and how you can get people to rally around your flag as you're trying to pull in a direction, especially if it's a not-for-profit thing like I talked about with Hope House and other things like that. So, if you have additional questions on this topic of should you be using LinkedIn more regularly, I would love if you would put those in the comments below, whether it's on the blog or on YouTube. I will do my very best to answer every single comment or thought out there with something giving you some direction moving forward. And I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this today. I couldn't believe that a couple people that I really respect still had that big question mark in their brain about should they be using LinkedIn here in 2023, and I wanted to address it. There is no question you should be spending more time on LinkedIn if you're not in there at least a couple times a week right now. I hope you're having a great week. I'll see you next week.